Did the best he could. You know, it was good for all those guys to get that type of game experience. The fact that we went live was good for our defense and everybody involved. But, you know, good to see Hugh make a couple kicks, full speed special teams, and something we'll evaluate the tape. I'm sure we'll get better from it.
What do you see from the quarterback position as you get ready to head into the fall? Still wide open?
Yeah, Kelly, you know, still right now, if we played today, he'd go be the guy. But we don't play today, we play in September. And again, everything matters, everything counts. Really pleased with the spring that all four of them have had. Zarek and Hunter, they've had some really, really good days, and they've had some inconsistent days. Both of them really learning, growing every day. Getting 15 days of spring practice for Zarek, his first spring. Hunter has been here 15 practices. Man, they're going to take that into the summer, and now they'll get installation all over again. So by the time we get to the fall, you can, if they'll work, you'll see the transformation. And then Tucker, you know, he's just a gamer. You know, he knows what to do, he knows how to play. He doesn't have some of the tools that those other guys have, but he's the epitome of what you want. Just take what you got and make the best of it. And he's a good football player. And so I think all four of them have done a good job. But I'm really pleased, you know, with how they're trying to lead. And again, good, healthy competition. You know, Kelly's done a great job of kind of giving us that veteran leadership there, and look forward to seeing where they are when we get back going in August.
Sean Pollard have to be evaluated?
Yeah, he's like spraying his ankle.
Is that serious with Brian? Is it just that 10-day it's not going to need
No, it's just he just got to, you know, it kind of makes your finger come down, so they just had to splint it, and had to sit in that splint for about 6 weeks, and he should be fine.
What's it like for you?
The depth and the health of this program that you can split the teams, play a competitive spring game, and have your quarterbacks live?
Well, I think first of all, when you say depth, I mean it's a couple of factors there. We only got 10 signings that aren't here, so our football team has been here this spring, so we had a lot of numbers. And then I think the main thing though is it's not just depth, but it's functional depth. It's one thing to have a bunch of depth, but you have a bunch of depth, a bunch of guys don't know what they're doing too. But we got a lot of functional players and not a lot of drop off in some areas. That's what I'm excited about. I think we'll be a team that's strength will be in its numbers, and as we go through the summer and fall, you'll see guys that nobody's really talking about right now, but that we think are ready to go play. There'll be a lot of new faces getting some opportunity in the fall.
How have you guys done that? Virtually no attrition, but you've got really good players who could go start elsewhere, but they stay here.
Well, I think that's just the type of culture that we have. And we have attrition from time to time, but not a lot. Most of these guys, even the guys that leave, graduate. You know, we have 4 juniors come out early, but they all got their degree. Had a couple guys transfer, but they all got their degree. And that's what I always tell them. It's till graduation do we part. My main objective is to see these guys get their degree. And so that's the culture that we have here. These guys, you know, they've enjoyed their experience. I like to think that we've created a great experience for them. And, you know, we've tried to make the right decisions on the guys that come in on the front end. So, you know, in order to sustain that, you've got to continue to make good decisions in who you recruit, and then have a lot of discipline and accountability in the program every single day.
Have you seen quarterback play this spring that you think can win a championship?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. That's why we recruited them. We recruited all 4 of them and signed them all for a reason. So we would never have signed them if we didn't believe in them. And you know, sometimes some guys might be backup, some guys, you know, might be the starter or whatever. But we definitely have the ingredients to be a team that has a chance. You know, that's really where we want to be every year. You know, I'm never going to hear me come out and say we're going to win it all. I just want to be one of those teams that has a chance. That's all you can ask for. And there's a lot that goes into all the rest of it. And I want to see a team. Our goal is never to go win the national championship. Y'all know our goals. That's just a byproduct of our goals and the commitment. But I think we got a team that can compete and has a legitimate chance to accomplish the 5 goals that we have as a team. And we'll be committed to being the best we can be day in and day out. And we'll see a good team emerge.
And you talk about what you like from your defense today.
Well, kind of what we were talking about earlier. I mean, we've got a bunch of guys that can play, and when you split the D-line, you split the linebackers. I saw a lot of young guys. I mean, Nolan Turner, Isaiah Simmons. These are guys that nobody even knows who they are. Skowski, Shaq out there. There's a lot of guys that are going to play some football for us this year that not really anybody knows right now. Denzel. I really am encouraged. Niles Pinckney. Some of these young guys that Jabril. He's a guy we're counting on to step up. And so again, when you can split the team and not give up a ton of sacks, we had some miscues, but I think that's a credit to both sides, the type of depth we got.
Balin Spector had a couple of pressures there too. Is he another guy that potentially avoided red shirt?
Specs exactly what we hoped he'd be. I mean, he's an instinctive football player. Very, very smart, fast. He's played a lot of positions in his career, which I think just gives him a real good understanding of the game. And it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a really good one.
Kind of opposite ends of the spectrum today, production-wise, for Deion Kane and Ray McLeod. What did you see out of those two guys?
Well, they've had great springs. Really both of them. Really pleased with what they've done, how they've worked all spring. Deion, a couple opportunities today didn't really work out, but man, he's been awesome all spring. Last scrimmage we had on Wednesday, he was probably had the best day of anybody all spring. And then Ray made some plays. You saw some things from him in the running game, passing game, return game, and that's what we need from him. We need him to be a playmaker for us, and he's done that all spring. So it'll be exciting, especially when you put it all together. And you saw Cornell. Cornell's going to be a great football player. Travion's had an excellent spring. Renfro is, the Renfro Nation continues to grow, and proud of him. But DeAndre Overton, good to see him. He's a young guy that's got to mature physically, but good to see him make a big play out there today. It's going to be a good group, especially when we had a couple of young guys coming in.
With those emotions running through at halftime when you're sending off, they're getting the rings. Is that kind of the perfect send-off that you can have for them?
Yeah, I just kind of won it. I didn't really, it wasn't any scripted process. It was just kind of, but it's easy to wing it when you're really passionate about what you're talking about. And I love those guys, appreciate them. What they did here is amazing, and we'll all remember that forever. And it was kind of neat. We had a great moment Wednesday night when we did the ring ceremony with our team, but to be able to kind of separate our guys, our seniors, and put them in front of a crowd like that was really neat. I was very hopeful we'd have a great crowd, and so that was pretty special. One more time to be able to call their name and to hear the roar of the crowd for each one of those seniors. And Jordan and Artavis couldn't be here today, but they certainly wish they could have. And just proud of them, appreciate them, and thought it was a pretty cool moment and a good way for them to get their rings instead of just